Hello, hello, good evening. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm afraid I'm not going to be doing stamping tonight. So I've just come on to say hello and good evening, good morning, good day, whatever you're doing. And have a great rest of the day, evening, night, whatever you're doing. And I remembered that I meant to tell you about classes that were coming up on Zoom with me for the last 2 nights. And I thought, you know what, I could just quickly come on, say hi to everybody, let you know what's happening, and then you can email me and let me know what classes you want to do. So I think I have 2 scheduled, or 2 that I want to schedule. One's definitely scheduled and one is kind of like waiting in the wings, ready to schedule. So I was just going to show you examples of what you will end up sort of creating or what you're going to be learning, and then you can decide whether or not you want to join in. So hello, you lovely people. Thank you so much for coming in. I know this is not going to be a normal tutorial. I did have a little idea actually, so I'll have to save it for next week. I might be able to be on a little bit more often next week because my daughter's actually going to stay with some friends and family, and so I haven't got to keep so much of an eye on her. And and also I think it felt like nearly every evening this week I was doing something, but it wasn't quite that way. But I have been quite busy this last week, and so I'm looking forward to just sort of catching up with some different things next week. Right, I do have one class next week though with the Parkinson Society, so I'm looking forward to that one, but that's not going to be too tricky. Tomorrow I have 3 meetings. I've got a class, then a church meeting, then a trustees meeting. So there we go. Right, sorry, I'm just trying to find my diary pages so I can let you know what's happening. All right, so the class that's coming up very soon, in the next week and a bit, is the drippage class, and that is pretty messy. You do need to have shimmer white card for this. I will get my desk view. Oh, hold on, better change my settings on here. There we go. I know what, let me just get it out the pouches, because they're all in plastic pouches, so it makes it a bit harder to see. And also I could go through some of my other classes and let you guys know, give you the opportunity to tell me what you would like to do. I was also discussing with Linda, dear Linda, who's on here now, what classes you would like me to teach. So I think this is also another opportunity for me to put it out there. I'd like to be creating new ones, because some of you have done nearly all of them. So I'd like to do that. I mean, after the back of last night's shabby chic card, maybe we could do one around sort of how you do all those layers and things. Let me know. Maybe actually, could you do me a favour? If you have a suggestion for a class, if you're in the live now, can you type it in capital letters? If you're watching this after the fact and you're just wanting to comment, just send me a normal comment. And I will have a look at what you guys tell me and then try and build a plan from that. Typically, I try and make the classes last about 2.5 hours. 2.5. Sometimes we chat a bit and it goes on a little bit longer, but generally they're 2.5 hours long. They are via Zoom. You provide all the products. So these classes were kind of designed for those of you who, perhaps you can't meet with me in person. You already have a lot of products. So this is very much kind of people who do have some product at home. And yeah, it's about having me live giving the tuition. I have had over the last few months people saying, oh, can I watch your recorded content? And I've had to say, no, I don't record content, for a couple of reasons really. One is the benefit of doing a class is that I'm there in person and I'm instructing and also giving feedback. I wouldn't be able to give feedback on you watching a video and you copying it. It wouldn't work that way. So the whole benefit of attending a class is that it's in person. Sorry, in Zoom, not in person, but in Zoom. Secondly, sometimes there are things that come up in conversation. I think this is more of a social thing. that, you know, there may be conversation things that happen that are in the moment, private, and I wouldn't like it to go beyond the scope of that point in time and space, you know. I think you would probably understand what I mean by that. Yes, very much about technique. Yes, good, thank you, Nessa. It is. It's about me teaching you technique, teaching you how to look at your work, analyze it, for me to critique it, and all that kind of thing. You want to do shabby chic building? All right, okay, yeah, that's fine. Denise says arranging flowers on cards. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. All right, so let's just get my camera down and change the lighting a little bit. Right, so the drippage class is on the 29th of November. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper and write that down as a bit of a reminder. Now, I will tell you, I have already got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've got one person twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people booked on that. Actually, I've had somebody who said they can't do that one. So drippage is the 29th of November, and it's 7 p.m. my time, so UK time. We've had daylight savings already, so if you've had daylight savings, then we should still be on the same, whatever it used to be, time difference. But I can help you with that if that's a problem. Right, so this is shimmer white cardstock. It is not watercolour paper. It's the shimmer white cardstock that's in the annual catalogue. It costs about £10 for a packet, or £9, somewhere there, for a pack of 10. And I do recommend that you do get it because it works, it behaves differently than the normal basic white cardstock. And I will have to say that if you do not have it, your results will not be this. So in order to avoid disappointment, please order shimmer white cardstock. So if you think you can order it and it be with you in time, then you grab that class. If not, don't worry, I'm sure I will run it again. All right, so 29th of November, if you have shimmer white cardstock in stock, then that's great. Then the other thing you will need is obviously ink pads. If you have some re-inker, maybe some re-inker, you will need a spritzer, you will need a towel, you will need a heat tool, and then also some, if you've got it, some bubble wrap. Now, Heidi's done this class, and Heidi gave some really helpful feedback from it, saying that she felt that because I've only ever taught this class once, that I could have perhaps spent a little bit more time doing 2 or 3 sheets rather than spending so much time on, I don't know, maybe making the cards up, as it were. You know, to actually just go through the kind of like the stamping phase, because we do the dripping and then the texture, and then there's more stamping that goes on. So you do need some stamps that are very much about textures. So if you have stitchery, if you have, this is framed occasions, the sort of dotty one. This I used watercolor shapes. I just inked up the edge. So if you've got shape stamps, if you've got texture stamps, then this is kind of the class for you. Here you'll see there's some retired products on here. That's from is it Tasteful Touches? I think that's what it's called, from the other year. And then I do encourage you to finish your cards with some ribbon and some texture, but you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen in the class. You know, it's not the end of the world if that doesn't happen, but I can go through the techniques of that one. So it's very kind of free-flowing. Everyone's ends up looking very different, but it is fun and messy. Very, very messy. Hello, Cindy. You're trying to get dinner started. Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Yeah. Yes, all of us in the class wanted more time to do the technique rather than making the card. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, so I've taken that on board. So we will do less kind of like making of the card, and do more focusing on perfecting the kind of, not perfecting because it's not really perfect at all, but playing with the dripping technique. All right, so that's the 29th. Now I have a note saying that there's a question mark about doing a masking class on the Saturday the 17th of December. So if I show you what the masking class is, no Louise in this class. I don't know. She did all right. She managed to cope with the last messy one. Yeah. All right. So this is the masking one. Oh, if I pop that there, that might be a bit better. And what we do in this, now yours will not perhaps be exactly like mine because it all depends on the stamps you have, but I will tell you the list for this one. You will need some either basic white or very vanilla cardstock cut into a square, and you need some kind of focal point image. So you can see this retired one, but there's plenty of current ones that you have an image that's about sort of 3 inches tall. Then we look at masking it and then building up scenery in the background. So if you have mountain air, this is a really good one for you. And then if you have some other florals and trees and things, then this is a great one. If you have Snowfront from a few years ago, you can use that one. Anything with like scenery, that's fine. There are some new scenery stamps actually in the book. Grassy Grove is a possibility. I might try it with Grassy Grove this time actually, just to see what happens. So it's all about kind of building up the scene from sky, then sort of background, closer background, then foreground. All right, so that's kind of the thing with this particular one. So that's the first half of that class. Then the second half is looking at masking a detailed stamp like a butterfly. So we cut a mask for that, and then teaching the technique of how then to layer up stamps in the background to make the masked stamp really pop. So this is done by ink blending and then adding small detailed stamps over the top of it. All right. Hi, Louise. Oh, did you hear your name being mentioned? Is that why you're here? Hi, Carolyn. Nice to see you. Hi, Shaz. Hi, Carolee. Oh, hello, Carolee. Now, Carolee is after... Oh, now, Carolee, can you do the 17th? I've got 2 people down for the masking class possibility. So hands up, who wants to come to that? I've got, as I said, I've got the 17th of December down for that, because Caroline sent me a lovely email asking me if I was doing any Saturdays or... So 17th of December, and it's a Saturday, 7 p.m. Okay. Now, are there any other requests? All right, Shaz. Yeah, when you get a chance, Shaz will update us. So we just did the pop-up one, so I won't be doing that again super soon. I'm trying to find where I put these back now. Now, some of you I think were interested in doing the white ink class. So do you want me just to go through that one? Oh, sorry, they're all £20, Nessa. Yeah, they're all 20. So the white ink class is where we really get to grips with how the pigment white ink can be used for creating really beautiful designs on dark coloured cardstock. All right, so this has always been a challenge for me as a creator stamper to figure out how to stamp bright, vivid colours and have a really gorgeous dark background. And so this is the results of how using the pigment white ink really can work. So that's that one. If you have Art Gallery, that's a particularly nice stamp to do it with because it's got two-step stamping. Then the other thing that we look at is then stamping and then putting, oh, that's a half sheet one, stamping and then colouring in by putting a pigment white down first and then colour on top. So that's that one. And then the last little technique that we do in there is a bokeh technique, just to create really fun backgrounds. So if you're interested in doing that one's called Class 5, the White Ink class. Email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com, and I'll start putting together a list. You'd like to do the white one. Do I owe you a class? I know I definitely owe Cindy a class. Right, now coming up to Christmas, if anybody wants, I can squeeze in probably a class with this at some point. It's basically stamping with foliage stamps and then creating some 3D flowers to stick onto there. So it's basically just stamp for loads of foliage. So if you are kind of an experienced wreath stamper, you probably don't need me to teach you how to do that, but that is a class that I have done. I have had requests to do the posy class. I would be happy to do that one again. So you don't actually do that one. That was just one I did for fun, but this is the one that you learn to do. Look, I've done 3 of them. There we go. And this one, if I was to do this one, this would be sold in aid of the Ukraine. All right. Oh, Martina, sorry to hear that. Oh, I know. Louise, I know they don't do the white pen anymore. So Louise is referring back to the white ink class that she took with me. And she ended up, instead of using the white ink pad, she used the white chalk pen that Stampin' Up! Unfortunately don't sell anymore. It's this one here. And we adopted the name. We called it the Louise technique. But we can't do it anymore because we don't sell the white pen. Anyway, so if anyone is interested in doing this class, this one is done in aid of the Ukraine. So please let me know if you'd like me to do that one. So what I do is there are, I suggest 3 different charities that you can donate to, or if you're happy to pay me, I can make the donation to charities that I support. Right, the emboss resist technique is this one here that I have done. This has proved very popular, this one, and we do 2 sheets and we basically use clear embossing powder to kind of mask off an area with a stamp, and then learn how to do that. I think this is just stuff I've kept in the back. Oh, and then there says the wreath stamping, and there's 2 one-sheet wonders ones. Right, so I was wondering if there were some other techniques you guys wanted me to show you. This is the clusters and lines class that is kind of a beginner one. If you're not used to doing whole sheet stamping and filling a whole page, this is quite a good class to take. So if you're new to it all, I need that class again. Which one was that, Shaz? The one with the too messy. Which one do you want to do again, Jan? Hello, Carolyn. This is the wreath one. Oh, number 12. The emboss resist. This one. Okay. Well, I was thinking if in the new year, because my kids are actually off for quite a while. The children go off quite late this year, almost like 2 or 3 days before Christmas. And so there is, like, the first week of January, they're still home. So I don't, well, it depends what we end up doing, but I may have some spaces for things. But certainly I'll start, you know, arranging things into the new year. All right, so the main ones that I wanted you to know about were the drippage one on the 29th and the masking one on the 17th. So it works like this. You email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com. The links are all in the description. All my information is there, but, you know, I like to remind you. And you need to tell me that you're interested in this. Then I will send you an invoice. And once you pay it, I will send you the Zoom information. All right. So drippage, you definitely need shimmer white cardstock. You need a heat gun. You need lots of ink. You need a towel. You need spritzers. The masking one, you need the masking paper and lots of stamps, basically, and cardstock. So there we go. How many children do I have, Carolyn? Oh, I have enough. I have 4. Yeah, one's at uni. One will be back at uni, actually. He actually has to be back at right at the beginning. Because our new year, well, everyone's new year. Sorry, not our. Everyone's new year is on a Sunday. And he has to be back at uni for the 2nd or 3rd, I think it is. So he won't be around. There we go. Which is the masking one? This one, Bev. Have you done this one with me? It's the one where you stamp an image and then you put backgrounds into it. Drippage, definitely not. Okay, that's fine, Louise. There we go. Oh, I am sorry, Martina. That must be quite shocking. And yeah, it's horrible when that happens. I had a friend whose dog passed that way. Oh, how do you like the white ink class? Okay. All right. I'm just trying to read your comments. Right, so shabby chic, building shabby chic. All right, so if I was to teach this class, as you know, I do not provide any product. So you will need to have, let's break it down. You will need to have some designer series paper or a stamped one sheet wonder. And I know quite a few of you do have some spare stamped one sheet wonders because you've been following me a long time. So pick one that you perhaps don't actually like that much because you're going to kind of cover it. Now this is the one that I made last night, and look, I'm actually glad to have the opportunity to show it to you because it shows how that glue has dried beautifully and it's kind of encapsulated all those pearls in there. So that has worked really, really well. I would recommend a hot glue gun, several leaf dies, some ribbon, maybe 2 or 3 ribbons so that you've got a bit of choice, but knowing some of you, you've got more than 2 or 3 ribbons. You will have loads. And at some point next, would you do a class on a snowy scene? £20, what's that in American money? It's about $24, $25, Carolyn. Yep. Oh, hi Jenny. Yeah, I was thinking of you. Yeah. Jenny's got 3 cats, Martina, so she feels your pain. Good night, Nessa. You want to do the shabby chic one? All right. Yes, definitely, Cindy. Yeah, once I get an idea of have I missed the guinea pig class? There's no guinea pig class. Yeah, once I get an idea of what people are interested in, I know Cindy, you want to do the you've just missed the box one, but I'll I'm trying to think. Anyway, Cindy, if there's one that you want to do, let me know, because I know that you're happy to come to different things. All right, I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm kind of reading comments and trying to think of what I'm saying at the same time. Oh, lots of you are very sympathetic. That's good. Hi, Heidi Short. No, I'm actually just talking about future classes. Oh, I see, the guinea pigs class. No, I merged you guys, and I want to create a new class for you guys. Hi, Louise. Sorry, I've just caught up. My brain has just caught up with what you're telling me. Yes, that is it. I am wanting to create a new class because I need to. Yeah, I've merged the dotties and the guineas. So you want to do right? That's fine. I'm wondering then whether once I may be able to schedule one on a Saturday morning for you guys. I mean, it could be if anyone's free on the 17th. Now, I think my 9 o'clock in the morning is quite a good time for you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. Judy lost a cat as well. All right, so shall I pencil in then a wreath class at 9 o'clock in the morning? So, Heidi, what time is it with you now? Is Bev on the same timeline? Hi, Marilyn. Right, so the dotties and the guineas need to let me know what nights they're free, because I could do a shabby chic class at some point. No, this would be for the Aussies. Yeah, no, Linda. No, we're talking about a wreath class here. Yeah. No. Okay, so for you guys in America, my 7 p.m. classes are really great for you. So it's 11:30 in the morning for you. Okay, you're 11 hours. Okay, so it'll be 8 o'clock in the evening. Shaz says, shabby chic. Yep, okay. Okay, Linda. I was going to say, you know exactly my time zone. Hi, Sherry Leon. All right, so Aussie friends, let me know if you're free on the 17th at about, well, depends, 8 p.m, whatever. You'd like to do the wreath class. Yeah, please just email. Actually, you know what? It's just easier if you email me. And I will try and collate all. And also, if you've got an idea of if you're busy on a particular night, so I'll try and work around it. So there we go. So we're definitely doing masking on the 17th. I'll put wreath. Where's my pen gone? I'll get a Sharpie. I'll do wreath question mark. I just need to check what I'm doing on the 17th. I mean, that gives me a good amount of time because I can do the class and then I've got the afternoon free because it's coming up to Christmas and potentially it's starting to get quite busy. So what's it? 9 a.m. for me, and that's more Aussie, sort of 8 p.m. ish, depending what part you are. Yeah, so New York, you're 5 hours behind me, Carolyn. So my 7 o'clock classes are in your 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. So if you're interested in doing a class at 2 o'clock, so you do need to have Zoom, the Zoom program on your laptop or PC, so that you can see me and hear me. So please make sure that you have an updated version of Zoom on your PC. Okay. All right. I'm going to love you and leave you guys because I've sort of semi-packed for tomorrow and I don't want too late of a night. So I'm gonna go. But yeah, I think that shabby chic idea would be fabulous. Got to put this one back. Somewhere. Oh, there it is, masking. There we go. No, Louise, I've just invented it. Yeah, I've just invented it. So that's what I was saying, that if the Dotties and the Guineas want to do that one, and we'll see who else wants to join us, we'll look at some dates. I'll email you guys and see. Sorry, for those of you who don't know, understand what we're talking about, is that when I first started doing classes, I had a group of 6 ladies who I nicknamed the guinea pigs, or whatever, something like that, because they I would try out my classes on them first. They were very kind. And then sadly one of our ladies passed away, and then we had someone else come in as our another honorary guinea pigger, and then I had another group and they were called the Dotties. That was another group, and then eventually the Dotties caught up with the guinea piggers and we merged groups. It was great fun. If you would have to get up super early if you wanted to include Anne in New Zealand. Oh, what? Where's Anne? So is Anne 12 hours ahead then, or 11? Anyway, sorry, that was my explanation. So generally, the Dotties and the guinea piggers have pretty much done every class I've ever taught, apart from the drippage one, but some of them don't want to do the drippage one, so that's fine. Oh, Carolyn's got wet snow. Right, let me just have a look. New Zealand time. Just gonna look that up. Oh gosh, they're 13 hours ahead. Oh my word. So my 9 o'clock would be their 10 o'clock. Right, well, I'll just wait and see how much interest we have. If there's a lot of interest, I'm happy to wake up early. But I like sleeping. Yeah, 11 hours. Hi, Glenna. "13 hours. Sheesh. I thought that in the winter we were closer for some reason. That's just... Oh, it pains me, the hour difference, because I have a really good friend in New Zealand. It makes it really hard for us to communicate. There we go. I mean, the other option is that I do it like 10 o'clock at night. So 10 o'clock at night would be what, 9 o'clock in the morning for you? And 11 o'clock in the morning for New Zealand. I could live with that. I could do that. Do a late one at 10. That's an option. Hi, Susan. Hi, Denise. Sorry, I'm trying to think who I've not said hello to. Yeah, so California is 8 hours behind me. I'm getting used to all these time zones. So Toronto, New York, you guys are 5 hours behind me. Hello, J.L. Barnett from Ohio. Welcome. I'm sorry, no stamping tonight. If you want to see what I stamped last night, please go and watch the replay, because it's gorgeous. Look at that. All that lovely shabby chiciness. And this is one that, if you haven't seen this is one that I did the other week as well. So that was fun. Did that in the middle of the day. I just felt like doing it, and I did. It was really good. So Yes, please email me. Please email me. Tell me what you want to do. Now, there was a class that I talked about teaching, which was the one where we end up almost covering the page with black ink, where we get to start off with, we do a stamp one sheet wonder, but it's very much about getting ink pads and just splodging some colour on, then adding lots of black detail. So that wasn't one that I'd like to teach, if anyone is interested in that one. Oh, Louise Hawley, when is the next social Zoom? I'm thinking that over Christmas I'm going to open up a 2-week, 3-week Christmas non-stop Zoom. So yeah, once my daughter's finished doing her home ed classes, I can do that. Denise, you know what I'm thinking I might do is I need to buy like secondhand clocks and just have a wall with clocks on with the time zones. Yeah. All right, Martina, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, I've only got two, possibly 3 scheduled at the moment. I haven't actually specifically scheduled that wreath one. I'll do it now while I'm thinking about it and you guys are chit-chatting amongst yourselves. Upcoming classes. The drippage class. 29th November. Can't spell November. 7 p.m. UK time. Then masking scene. We'll call it masking scene and blended backgrounds. Blended background. So you know what I'm talking about. Saturday, 17th December. I've got to wrap some presents as well at some point. December, again 7 p.m. UK time. Please email me. To book on. Okay. Done. Done. Oh, Inika, bless you. How long have you been unwell? Be careful what you say, you'll get a box of clocks. No, I don't want a box of clocks, Martina, thank you. Martina's already bought me my Christmas present, so I don't need another present from her. But no, I'm a bit of a charity shopper. I'm not interested in buying stuff new for the sake of it. So I actually have a spare clock in the house that was in my kitchen, but Tom didn't, it kept running out. The battery kept running out on it. And I don't know whether it's because, why is my lighting so rubbish? Oh, there we go. Let's try that. For some reason, I don't know whether it's because the clock hands were really heavy, it felt like I was having to change the battery every 2 to 3 months, and it was in a real awkward position. So he's bought another clock which doesn't match the kitchen, but he was being really helpful and he bought it. So I've let it go. Yeah, but I'd like to put something else in there. Anyway, so that's a spare clock. So I don't know, I might put one up, and then maybe if I come across a cheap one, you know, in the charity shop, I'll just have my little wall of clocks, you know. Because when I first moved into this studio, I stuck loads of cards on the walls but over time the tape has fallen, you know, come off, and most of the, I've taken the cards off now because they were falling off. So I do have a little space for clocks. There we go. Oh, cornbread, end of the week empty fridge soup. I love it. What a great idea. Just shove it all in. I found some okra, lady's fingers in the bottom of my drawer, my veg drawer today, which I determined to use because I love okra, and I've just not had a chance to use it when I bought it about a week ago. So tomorrow I will make something with the okra. I might actually quickly fry it up now, because you know when it gets to the point where it's like starting to, some of them are starting to be a bit squishy. Right, my crafts are bad for my bank account, I know, but Heidi, the joy it brings you, the joy it brings the people around you. Yeah. Oh, it's Louise's birthday soon. Look at her going. Actually, I've got a present for you, Louise. I've got to dig it out. So for anyone who's thinking of making Louise a birthday card, she's into flamingos. Yeah. Right, is there anything else? Honestly, this is supposed to be a quick chat, and I've chatted for 40 minutes. Oh, mine too. Susan, are you talking to Louise about your spell check? Oh, just eat it. Or omelette, Jenny. Haven't I had that with you? Like, did we eat that when you used to live with me? Oh, Jan. If this is what I think it is, I can't wait. Cannot wait. That's all I'm saying. Heidi Shaw says, can you talk to my husband? Wow, for a fee. Yes, Ruth from Artful Stampin talks to husbands for a fee. That sounds really dodgy, Heidi Shaw. I don't know, I remember buying samphire from our... Sorry, this is back to Jenny now. Fishmongers. And I don't know if... Maybe no, it was a different memory, I don't know. What is samphire? Oh, it's like a sea vegetable. It's quite crunchy, thin, like seaweed, really. But yeah, and it's quite salty. But it tastes of the sea. It's lovely. And yeah, maybe stir fry it with a bit of garlic and then throw some eggs on it, I think. I have only radio control clocks. I hate to think of summer or wintertime setting. Oh yes. Oh, mind you, once everyone. Not a bad idea for Christmas. Ruth gift cards. Yes, you get Ruth speaking words of wisdom to husbands for 5 minutes, saying your wife needs this. It's for her mental well-being. Oh, are you, Susan? Oh, happy birthday to Susan as well. Is it a special one? Louise, is it a special one? Susan, is it a special one? Right. I'm going to go. All my kits are packed. Do you want to see what's in the kit? Oh. They've all got their... I'll cover up the names, but they've all got little things with their names on. Just move the camera out of the way. Then they have a bag, and they get half a pack of DSP. They get some red glimmer paper, the white glimmer paper, and some foil. They get a sheet each of that. Then they get 4 instruction sheets. Oh, did I not know you then before that, Susan? Because I think we've only known each other a year, haven't we? So yeah, they get 4 instruction sheets. They get a bag with all the envelopes, well not all the envelopes, but 25 envelopes, and then some boxes. Now the boxes, I did have complaints last week that I didn't make any samples up for the boxes, and that's because the whole idea, you didn't book to come to my class, Louise. What can I say? They get a whole kit, the one that's in the clearance rack at the moment. So basically the cards I've designed are from that Joy of Sharing kit. I actually have a spare kit if you want it, Louise. Yeah, sorry, seriously, I have realised I have got a spare one. It's £50 though. And in a box, some got white boxes, some got gold. You have some ribbon, some gems, and on this reel is half a reel of the red and half a reel of the green that's just been rolled up together, just to make life a bit easier. So that's that. And I can do a quick flash of the cards that get made. Now theoretically I could make up more of these kits if anyone is interested in purchasing them in the UK, because I'd have to ship them to you. Oh sorry, no, I'll tell you what else you get in here. Sorry, I didn't show you. You get 14 sheets of white cardstock and a sheet each of real red, cherry cobbler, soft suede, old olive, garden green and mossy meadow cardstock. So you get all those different sheets of card, and also, yeah, as I said, 4 printed instruction sheets. So that's that. And the cards, just bring my camera. Oh, Inika. Well, I'm happy to ship it. I just might have to put a little bit on for the postage, that's all, because you're Europe, and it'll be a small parcel, so I can look into shipping costs. If you honestly, if you're genuinely interested, let me know. The only thing is, for me to get it to you in time for Christmas, it might not happen. You're better off ordering the products yourself. But what I could do is maybe offer an option for you to buy the instruction sheets from me. Once you see the cards, see what you think. And then Fred wants to know if you're calling him. Fred, do you want me to call you to explain why Jan has been purchasing again? Your kit reminds me of the stamp camps. Oh, it's tomorrow morning, Louise. Yeah, so I did 2 in-person classes, one last Saturday and one tomorrow. Yeah, but I'm happy to post it if you want. So, right, so, oh, I haven't got the other one of these. Oh, it's somewhere here. Anyway, you get to make 6 of these and 6 of another one that's similar sort of layout. All right, so 6 of those and 6 of these, so that's 12. You make 8 of these gift card holders, 8 of those. Then you make 4 of these and 4 of these. And then you make, or can make, 3 each of these. Now the only thing I do not supply, and so this would be the little caveat I need to say, is that I cannot send you the punches, but I would be willing to, if you don't have the punches, punch these out for you. And this is not a Stampin' Up one, but again, I think I could punch those out for you. And what's the other thing that I don't supply? Oh, there's one other. Ah, hold on, bear with. I need to figure out where I put it. Found it. Right, so there's 3, 6, 9 of those. So that's up to 37 cards, and then you make 3 of these as well. Okay, this fancy fold. So that's 40 cards for £50. All right, 40 cards for £50, and you get all the supplies. But as I said, you don't get the punches to cut these out. You also do not get the stamps that are not in the kit. That's the Joy of Sharing kit. So you need to find your own stamps for these. This one is, though, the Season's Greetings. This one and the Merry Christmas. That is all in the mini kit. But all the other sentiments you just have to kind of find from your own stash. But you get all the hardware. That makes sense. You get all the... And there's loads left over. And that is why I put in those spare boxes, because you're going to have lots of little leftover bits and pieces. And I just thought I'll throw the boxes in and you guys can just, you know, do that. So, what did Louise say? I missed that. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to make my screen work properly. All right, I'll have a think then. I could theoretically sell the designs and maybe do a quick video explaining them, you know, so that it makes sense. And also maybe if you're a demonstrator and you want to, you know, perhaps use them for classes, it might be helpful. I'm trying to get into the habit of making printable sheets as I go along, so that it just makes it easier for me to replicate in the future. So I'm hoping that my hard work will eventually pay off. It will make life a bit easier for me later on down the line. Oh dear, am I missing out on some joke that's running now? So he says yes, just a chat. Don't be getting Jen in trouble. What's going on? I thought the ribbon was a wad of money. Martina, that's funny. Oh, your kit reminds me of the stamp camps you attend. Yeah, they're very, I called it a stamper stack. They are quick cards to kind of churn out. They're not my kind of detailed, you know, style cards that, you know, you guys have got used to. But there is a bit of me in there, you know, a little bit of the, you know, the floral and the, you know, whatever. Oh dear. Bye, Carolyn. Thanks, Martine. Vicky Eakins, you like the dear cards. Hi, Paula. Oh, you've got the kids this weekend. All right, well, I will buy a PDF design pack as I'm planning to come over early into next year. Oh, that'd be great, Louise, I'm actually thinking of scheduling a craft day. So talk to me about that, because if we can do it the weekend that you're up, you can spend a day stamping at the venue that I use. Yeah. All right, I think that's everything. Right. All right. If you've got any other comments, please just email me or leave them in the comments below. I'm going to go. Right. Lots of love to you all. Thank you for your support. I know you all didn't have to stay here and watch me whitter on, but you did. So thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, I thought it was a good deal. It was fun to plan. Fun with a small f. No, it was a good challenge. It was a good challenge because I had to write out. I put it in the recycling now, but I had to write out every element that I'd put in the kit, and then when I designed a card, I had to tick off everything that I used as I went down, so that I didn't replicate the usage of something, because once someone had used it for one project, they couldn't then use it for another. So that was great. Thank you. All right, Louise. Well, message me your weekends in January and I'll see if I can work around that. All right. Yes, yeah, Inika, get well soon. And so please remember Shaz's daughter in your prayers. She is not well. Hopefully Shaz will give an update in Artful Stampin Space in the chat, the chat area. So if you want to just lend your support there and your prayers, please go and check that out when she updates it. Oh, Glenna, tell me about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm getting in the habit of when I design cards to take photographs of the process. So then I just put the photographs onto the PDFs and then it reminds me what I need to do. But it's the wording putting the wording for the cutting and the measurements. I'm learning to try and make it as clear as possible, and I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning. Okay. Oh, thank you, Louise. Mwah. And I've got to go and find your present because I bought it months ago. I spotted it and I was like, right, that's for Louise. So, yeah, and love to you all who are not well, and love to you all who've lost kitty cats lately. Oh, very sad. Yeah. Has she updated? Just gonna see if she's written it there. No, she hasn't yet. All right. Yeah. Right, lots of love you all. See you soon. Oh, thank you, Andrea. That's very kind of you.